I would love to see whether or not he's blinking. But, you know.
Man, failed a saving throw against a Medusa. He just turned a stone over there.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, my goodness. But either way, this is a clash of, obviously, this is El Clasico when it comes to North American Street Fighter. Okay, he's moved. All right. He saved on his throws now. Both players whispering into the mic.
Nephew's trying to adjust his. he's just trying to get on board, man.
Get on the same page as everybody else. And obviously, as you highlighted, Du was able to take it 3-2 in the first set, right? So definitely have game plan and maybe go with some alterations for the approach against Du this time around.
Can I say another side note? I think it's rather sick how Riddles has been acclimated to this exact team, right? I think he was like a perfect fit. Like right out the gate, I had a feeling I'm like, dude, the way he studies and his work ethic, I think that's something that's thoroughly acknowledged by Punk, and it just makes a lot of sense for him to pick him up. But also like on the vibes level, I think he
fits right in.
Damn well.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm really impressed with him.
Like he, despite having a different background when he first came up in competitive esports, like he has been around it for so long that he is just another one of these professional players, right? That is out here trying to live their dream playing video games, and he really gels with all the FlyQuest super well. But right now, it's going to be the decider for FlyQuest versus Shopify Rebellion. Punk versus Nuckledu. We've seen it time and time again.
Something that wasn't a sick opener, too. The punish counter, medium kick into the sweep, being able to link off of that. I like that a lot from Nuckledu. Also checking the walk back, Punk sitting his ground, right? Not going to give any more openings. Oos!
Oh, beat him to the button with that big roundhouse. It's such a potent button from Mai, doing it again here. One of her longest range options.
What a whip punish button, too. You saw the normal kind of retract from the side of Mai animation-wise, but that hurt box was lingering.
It was. Punk was able to take full advantage of it. Man, you see the range it takes up, and now Punk is starting to use some of his own roundhouse because of that range.
It's so weird when you see it actually connect, but when it whips, it feels a lot shorter. It's so weird.
Man, Punk, he tried to chase that heavy kick into backdash with the drive rush, but it was just too short. That was a good thought, though. Players love backdashing after their minus normals to avoid proximity block.
Ooh, that actually hit! That was a counter! Nuckledu might have tried to put in a DP, but was just off the mark timing-wise.
Yeah. Definitely tried something after he saw that Punk was jumping over the fan, and man, dive kick came home.
Yeah, whether or not it was the timing, it could have just been like input error, because if he just got like a normal button, that's when a counter hit would actually happen. But if he had succeeded in that input, he would have gotten invincibility frames. But either way you spin it, Punk taking it back. Oh, lordy.
Ooh, now Nuckledu going to install in the fire fans. We've seen that time and time again as well. When he throws the fan at full screen, he's going to dash in to try to DP you afterwards. Of course, the issue, I was going to say, Punk tries to combat it, but the tray, there was nothing afterwards. The bounce fan insurance gives Nuckledu a round.
I wonder if he would have been able to do like level, no, he couldn't do a level 1 if the fan's going to be on top of him, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what's tough. It seemed like there might be more to that depending on the resources that Punk has, but in that scenario, wasn't able to do anything else. And Nuckledu installed once again. Oh, there it is. You see what I was talking about with the backdash after the roundhouse. Punk used the fierce instead of the jab this time, so it actually reached.
Really good call out, too. Pattern recognition. We talked about that in the first part of the week, essentially. Now we get the uppercuts. Yeah, Punk trying to take to the skies. He hasn't found a lot of success with the dive kicks just yet, right? That air approach has been nullified quite well by Nuckledu.
Oh. Crouch medium kick this time, does find the mark. Dude, got pressure in the corner, tries to throw, but Punk bed on the wake-up dive kick. That is huge for him right now. Oh, and just straight up drive rush jab. Oh, the reset. Dude tried to jab him out of the sky. Unsuccessful. Punk gonna put the first dub on the board.
And you see a little bit of a smirk coming in from the side of Punk. He's like, you know, I probably shouldn't have gotten away with that, but that's on him. That is 100% on Nuckledu, right? You had the options of maybe level 1, DP on top of that. It was just a really, really rough shot to even try to react to that. A sudden moment, really.
Yeah, and Punk, you know, he's really started to implement some hooligan shenanigans into his game as Cammy. Certain parts of her have gotten toned down, right? He feels it more necessary to bring those out, but he's still very meticulous with them, and he doesn't do it just all the time. He really saves them for these round-ending scenarios like that, so very smart. Oh, it looks like Du not heard by his teammates right now. I was going to say, yeah, he's going to get up and go over there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've seen plenty of teams, right, like huddle up and talk without the mics as well, so definitely want to get their thoughts right now as Punk struck first. This is a best of 5, though, of course, right? So it's not like he is on the verge of losing right now.
And it wasn't necessarily like anything towards the detriment of his strategy overall. I think there were just a couple of mishaps of recognizing the hooligan, which is very tough to recognize in the first place. And also I want to say the slight execution error he had in the first round, because back-to-back rounds that Punk actually scored were just dependent on like whether or not Nuckledu could execute on some of these spacing traps, or even just calling out some of the shenanigans that you had mentioned off of the hooligan. Yeah. So 2 of those instances getting big damage and also leading into the big W, I don't think it was against Nuckledu.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it wasn't a loss in the sense of, like, I got to rethink my whole game plan, right? It could have gone either way for a majority of that first match. So should feel comfortable, but always doesn't hurt to talk out with the teammates. Maybe they saw something or noticed something that you didn't, right? So going back into game 2, let's see how he adjusts. Oh, man, try to bait out a throw tech after the minus frames right there, but dude didn't bite. Nonetheless, Punk finding the first hit again.
So wild, he was just sitting there laying the trap, and Punk 2 steps ahead. But now, speaking of 2 steps, he tried to take one back. Nuckledu actually clipped him on the way out for that walk. But now, both of them just swinging within medium ranges, and now the roundhouse ringing out from the side of Punk.
We tell, right, both of these players very confident in their ground games, sniping each other with a long-range button. You see both players trading roundhouses, shutting down the dive kick. Oh, that drive rush might have thrown Punk off, I think. I think the screen freeze from the drive rush kind of messed them up.
Possibly absorbing the jump, perhaps.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen a bunch of times over, let me tell you. Still pretty damn close to life. Nuckledu, he tried to contest. Punk going back-to-back dive kicks into the level 1. This corner carry is very imperative to set up for the throw. And that
arrow level Punk. I think the screen freeze on the dive kick. Oh, that drive rush might have thrown Punk off, I think. I think the screen freeze from the drive rush kind of messed them up.
Possibly absorbing the jump, perhaps.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen a bunch of times over, let me tell you. Still pretty damn close to life. Nuckledu, he tried to contest. Punk going back-to-back dive kicks into the level 1. This corner carry is very imperative to set up for the throw. And that's why Nuckledu backdashed.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And that time he walked forward enough to get a punish on the spiral arrow. Level 2 is not enough. Punk clinging to life. Oh.
Mistiming the jump. But Nuckledu was hounding him down. He dashed up once, walked up ever so slightly. I think he was prepared for the spacing trap, or at least to cover that anti-air. Oh, a little bit too high up. If you did a punish counter to start off the level 1, Nuckledu setting up the fans, you already know it.
And the roundhouse. And I think that's why you saw the double dive kick from Punk as well, right? He's really noticed how active Du has been in this range. That time, though, on the very tip of crouch medium kick, finds it. Du, though, wake up back throw, catching Punk's delayed button.
Ooh, there was a counter hit involved. Punk tried to weave through. Not enough of a gap.
Try to use something like forward advancing, most likely range. Got clips for it. Sends the level 3. Oh, and directly to the trash it goes. Du, 1 up.
It's not even Friday yet here in Burbank. Trashman came early? That's the most inconvenient thing, I'll tell you what.
Man, oh man.
No holiday timing. Anyways, what a rebuttal from Nuckledu, huh?
Yeah.
Oos, and what a backdash as well. Punk tempted with that throw idea from the side of Nuckledu with the roundhouse coming in, and he just immediately sits. Punk trying to take liberties walking forward and manages to get actually a snuck-in jab.
Need to add him in the drive rush jab as well. Very close range. Caught Nuckledu's check attempt.
Ooh, again!
Oh, he was winding up a fan. Counter hit him that time, and again, just smothering Nuckledu right now. And he tried to walk out of it, but he wasn't quick enough. Oh,
how does he know,
Range? I don't know, man. That timing was insane. Exactly when Du tried to get the crouch medium off.
I'm telling you, man, next level from the side of Punk. Again, the standing jab interrupting Nuckledu's timing. He's got to back away, or at least maybe just kind of wait it out.
Punk has the best walk-up jabs in all of Street Fighter, like straight up. He's just so good at it.
Every version.
Yeah, legitimately every version as well. Oh, I thought he was going to do it again right there, but instead, blocking it out from Nuckledu's fears. Oh, trying to respond with his own button, but yeah, Du knew, right? Spacing trapped up. And
not going to jump out the 3. Pretty wise, knowing it wasn't going to kill. We get to the forward throw. The 3 is pretty much going to be for defensive measures only at this point, or a severe punish past a projectile, perhaps.
And then the jab check this time as well. Punk responds to that convincing game from Du with a very convincing game of his own. 2-1.
completely back and forth thus far. I can't recall how it went in regards to like the last time they met in terms of the flow of the match.
Yeah.
Something tells me that Nuckledu was at the deficit before and made the comeback.
You might be right, actually.
It felt that way.
Yeah. I can't exactly recall, but I think you're correct. And he finds himself in that position again, right? 2-1 down to Punk. Shine whispering. Hopefully, finding some type of intel that can bring Dude back into the set a little bit. Obviously, he just needs one match to tie it up, and then it's anybody's game, so he's not at too much of a deficit. But it's been back and forth between these two, as it always is, right? Two of United States' best players. I think the two best people would consider, if you don't count Mena, of course.
I kind of count Mena.
I count Mena as well. I'm just like
bit.
stateside landlocked players.
Yeah, as long as he's not in, I forgot where he moved to. I'm not going to dox him, but either way. No, I agree with you. I'm just throwing a little bit of tidbits there. I'm just like, no, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, because Mena did move to be in US East, but then he just qualified for Capcom Cup and never went into the World Warrior.
I remember exactly what state, but I'm still not going to dox him.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
Give me that.
And yeah, Punk is starting this just like we saw in the last game. Has worked Nuckledu to this corner with some excellent whiff punishes, but challenging the dive kick. Du has had good reactions for the jump-ins.
Side note, I've always wondered if he had those types of reactions, because it's much easier to go just from down to up with the flash kick, but with the DPs, he's been pretty much on lock.
Yeah, it's very impressive, honestly.
See what the strategy is behind some of these hits, right? Like, although it's blocked, they will create a lot of space for themselves just like that. Nuckledu just backing away in case Punk wants to get frisky with one of these mediums. But it's the light again.
It is, man. And you see there was so many backdashes. Punk actually didn't have a driver's cancel buffer behind that. I'm a little surprised. Ooh, DI in response to it knew that Punk was going to burn out, but then he knew he was going to throw a fan. Punk perfectly timed jump. One round away.
Dude, all of these jabs are really starting to collapse on Nuckledu, right? Because it sets him up so much for the ground game. He's so weary of it that it allows for these big jumps to happen. But now the level 1 coming in from Nuckledu. Damn, the spin knuckle from that far away, huh? And the punish counter immediately afterwards. Nuckledu tried to rebuttal. But it's so difficult right now. Punk in a very comfortable position.
Paying heavily here. Gonna need to protect that drive gauge in some way. Punk's trying to give him a chance to do it, but instead just catches him until the quick spin knuckle hit air. He spent both bars on that though. He's out of fire fans as well. Still got some burnout to work through, but Punk also grayed out.
Wait.
Oh, gets the throw, barely alive.
Here's the drive gauge now. Nuckledu lands the low medium. Punk took one step too far. But with enough damage.
And you saw Punk reel back, literally a pixel away from the set being over, and Du lives.
It's the first time we've seen drive rush overhead. It did get successfully blocked by Punk the very last second. That's going to be severely punished from the side of Punk now. Nuckledu getting slowly pushed to the corner. Low medium brings out again and finds the mark. Level 1. How do you initiate?
Watch out for these dive kicks from Punk now. He's been hit by these crouch medium kicks a couple of times here. Dive kick after these strings is the primary way to counter that. What a check on the spin knuckle though.
And an OD rebuttal. Punk not going to go quietly just yet.
Punk's starting to look for the jump ins a little bit. He wants to snipe something with that dive kick. Oh, instead, that time after the -3 heavy, he really noticed Du's habits afterwards, and he actually beat him to the button with the light. What a call out from Punk.
And he gets the burnout. Nuckledu's only sitting on a level 1 bar. Oh. Chip is imminent. It's a possibility, but instead it's Nuckledu taking the risk, trying to jump out, and Punk ready and willing to shoot. What a DP and what a victory coming in from FlyQuest, getting their revenge from the previous set.
And because Chip was imminent, that's why you saw Du jump, right? He didn't want to get chipped out by some spiral arrow on the ground or blocking something into a chip out, risk the jump, but Punk knew that as well, was on that level, just lied in wait for the anti-air. Beautiful stuff from FlyQuest to seal the victory.
Yeah, and it's such a huge difference in points, right? The last time they had met, it went down to the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And also, in regards to the set itself, it went 3-2 in favor of Nuckledu. Not this time around. What was that, 3-1 for the side of Punk the God? Very, very impressive.